Today, we're diving into the world of Sigmund Freud, a figure whose influence in the 20th century was profound, from dreams interpretations to sparking the sexual revolution and even shaping pop culture. Freud left a lasting impression. But why was he so relevant? Let's together find out. I'm Eric, and this is 20th Century Titans. It's Vienna, late 1800s. The streets are buzzing with horse-drawn carriages, and in a cozy office, a bearded man is about to turn the world of psychology on its head. That's our guy, Freud. He wasn't just another stuffy academic in a suit. No, Freud was like that friend who always asks the questions you're too afraid to voice out loud. But what if I told you that these men's ideas would fundamentally alter our understanding of ourselves? That's right, Freud didn't just study the mind, he redefined it. And trust me, after this video, you'll never look at your dreams or your relationship with your parents the same way again. So, what exactly made Freud's theories so groundbreaking? And how did they revolutionize our understanding of ourselves? Alright, let's get into the juicy stuff. Freud didn't just come up with a few clever ideas. He dropped a bomb on society that's still exploding today. Freud said that most of what drives us is unconscious. Think about it. How often have you done something and thought, why on earth did I do that? Well, Freud had an answer, and it wasn't always pretty. He argued that beneath our polite, civilized exterior, we're all driven by primal instincts and repressed desires. Scandalous, right? But there's more. Freud introduced concepts like the id, ego and superego, basically turning our minds into a battlefield of competing forces. And don't even get me started on his theories about childhood development and sexuality. Let's just say they made more than a few people uncomfortable. And the million-dollar question, if Freud's ideas were so radical, how did they move from shocking theory to mainstream acceptance? And more importantly, how did they pave the way for modern psychology as we know it? Well, our next segment will blow your mind. Now, if you're itching to dive deeper into Freud's mind-bending ideas, I've got a great treat for you. Ever wanted Freud himself to interpret your dreams? Well, now you can, with a free audiobook of his groundbreaking work, The Interpretation of Dreams. I know, 18 hours of Freud, but trust me, it's a wild ride into the unconscious. Plus, who doesn't want to know what their recurring dream about showing up to work naked really means? Here's the deal. Click the link in the description and this audiobook is yours for free. Even if you decide after 30 days that Freud isn't your cup of Viennese coffee, you can cancel and still keep the book forever. But wait, there's more. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Keep your membership and you get a free audiobook every month. It's like a never-ending therapy session for your ears. It's a total win-win, or as Freud might say, it satisfies both your id and your superego. Now, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Freud's mind-bending world, why not give this video a thumbs up? It helps the algorithm understand that you're into brain-twisting content like this. And hey, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. That way, you'll never miss out on our next psychological adventure. Who knows? We might just help you unlock the secrets of your own mind. Now, where were we? Oh, right. We're about to explore how Freud's radical ideas revolutionized modern psychology. Things are about to get really interesting. So, we've talked about Freud's revolutionary ideas, but here's the twist. His influence didn't stop in the 20th century. Nope, it's still going strong today. But how? Picture yourself lying on a couch, pouring your heart out to a therapist. Well, you can thank Freud for that. He pioneered the talking cure, the idea that simply speaking about our problems can help solve them. Mind-blowing, right? But Freud's legacy goes way beyond the therapist's couch. His theories have seeped into everything from how we raise our kids to how we analyze literature. Ever heard of a Freudian reading of a text? Yeah, that's our guy again. And I know what you might be thinking. But wait, haven't a lot of Freud's ideas been debunked? Well, you're not wrong. Modern psychology has moved on from many of Freud's specific theories. But here's the thing. Freud's most significant contribution wasn't any single idea. It was the way he changed how we think about the mind itself. How did Freud's revolutionary ideas in the therapist's office influence fields far beyond psychology? And what happened when these theories collided with the turbulent events of the 20th century? We're about to see Freud's impact burst onto the world stage in ways you never imagined. Remember how I said Freud's ideas erupted from the therapist's office? Well, they didn't just trickle out. They exploded onto the world stage in a way that would make your head spin. It's World War II. The world's locked in a brutal conflict. And guess whose ideas are being used to sway entire populations? That's right, our boy Freud. His nephew, Edward Bernays, took Freud's theories about the unconscious mind and used them to create something we now call propaganda. But it gets even crazier. After the war, Bernays did not stop. He took those same techniques and applied them to selling stuff. Yeah, you heard that right. The same ideas used to rally nations in wartime were now being used to convince you to buy cigarettes and bacon for breakfast. And just like that, the field of public relations was born. Suddenly, companies weren't just selling products, they were tapping into your deepest desires and fears. Sound familiar? It should, because we're still living in that world today. But if Freud's ideas could be used to sway entire nations, what happened when they met the freewheeling spirit of the 1960s? And how did this collision reshape our culture in ways we still grapple with today? Stay tuned, because the next part of the story will be a wild ride. Alright, let's talk about sex, baby. Nah, seriously, because that's precisely what happened in the 1960s, and Freud had much to do with it. It's the swinging 60s, the Beatles are on the radio, miniskirts are all the rage, and suddenly everyone's talking about their libido. Well, you can thank or blame Freud for that as well. Freud's ideas about sexuality and repression had been simmering under the surface for decades. But in the 60s, they exploded into popular culture like a champagne cork at New Year's party. Suddenly, it wasn't just okay to talk about sex. It was cool, it was liberating, it was revolutionary. And this man's influence did not stop there. His ideas about the unconscious mind, dreams, and hidden meaning oozed into art, literature, and film. Ever watched Salvador Dali painting and thought, what the heck am I looking at? Yeah, that's Freud influence right there. And don't even get me started on movies, from Alfred Hitchcock's psychological thrillers to Woody Allen's neurotic comedies. Freud's fingerprints are all over Hollywood. So, if Freud's ideas could spark sexual revolution and reshape pop culture, what happened when they collided with the world of mental health treatment? How has this collision affected how we think about our minds today? The answer might change how you view your thoughts and behaviors. Alright, we've seen Freud shake up wars and revolutions. But what about the field he started in, actually helping people with their problems? Remember how Freud thought talking about your problems could help solve them? Well, that idea really caught on. Suddenly, everyone and their mother, especially their mother, were in therapy. Freud's couch became the symbol of a whole new way of dealing with mental health. But here is the twist. As psychotherapy grew, it also started to push back against Freud. New approaches popped up faster than you could say Oedipus complex. Cognitive behavioral therapy, humanistic psychology, you name it. Each one was trying to break free from Freud's shadow, and yet Freud's influence never really went away. Even today, concepts like the unconscious mind, defense mechanisms, and the importance of childhood experiences are still cornerstones of many therapeutic approaches. Freud's influence is, after all, unavoidable. So here is the question that ties it all together. How has Freud's complex legacy, from world-changing ideas to controversial theories, shaped the way we understand and treat mental health today? And more personally, how might it influence the way you think about your mind right now, whether you realize it or not? Let me know in the comments. And whether you love him or hate him, one thing's for sure: Sigmund Freud has left a lasting mark on how we see ourselves and the world around us. And that, my friends, is the legacy of an authentic 20th century titan.